think it would be a very misguided government who didn't recognise the worth of what you're doing in improving skills and knowledge of working people.
It's a great opportunity, I think, for us to take stock of how far we've come on the learning agenda here in the South East, and to look ahead too to some of the challenges that we face in the years ahead. The new coalition government is embarking on spending cuts on a scale and speed not seen since the 1920s. But amidst all of this great uncertainty, I think one thing can be said with some degree of confidence, and that is that the need for higher skills for everyone has never been greater.
And when I became General Secretary of ATL in 2003, I said, why are we not applying for this pot of money, government money, to develop the skills of our members? And the answer I got back was, well, we're teachers and lecturers. Why, we don't need to do union learning. Right? It's just, it's not what we do. And so I said that I didn't agree with that, and that we in fact did need to engage with union learning. It was essential for our members, and it was important that it was a very, very important way of developing activism in ATL.
And I'm really proud of all the tremendous work that Unionlearn is doing right across the country, and nowhere more so than here in London and the South East.
In terms of the mayoral priorities for the skills and employment area, there are sort of 5 key priorities that the mayor has set out that he wants to try and drive forward for London. One of them is about welfare reform, and really it's about trying to build, in some ways the work programme is starting to address that, but making sure that the back-to-work support is available to all Londoners. The
past year has been, again, one of really solid progress. Now, over 7,000 trained union learning reps in this region. As Barry said, some 50,000 learners accessed courses through their union. 20,000 people took advantage of the opportunities on offer during Adult Learners Week. And amidst these tough economic times, these are achievements of which you really should all be very, very proud.
In the course of the last year, we had over 3,500 members accessing learning in the union, and over a third of those got learning through the activities of our ULRs. We have over 200 of them now. So over a third of the learning in the union was directly attributed to the work of our union learning reps.
Let me pay tribute to the learning reps, the project workers and the tutors who've made it happen, and also to our many friends in partner organisations, without whom none of this would be possible. And over the coming 12 months, I'd single out 3 key priority areas for us. First, we need to do more to engage with apprentices. While the TUC certainly has our disagreements with the coalition government, not least around its unnecessary and ideological cuts, we applaud its plans to dramatically increase the number of apprenticeships.
So over the next 2 years, the £389,000 that we're getting from union learning funding is being matched by £1.8 million of funding by ATL. So for me, union learning is an essential part of organising, developing the membership and developing the union.
So to our second priority, and that's exploring the potential of collective learning funds. As the name suggests, these are funds where government, employers and workers pool cash to be used for learning in a private sector company or indeed a public sector organisation.
Developing members' skills and developing members' learning is a key offer for the membership. And that offer becomes more important at a time when we know that wage premiums are not going to be good.
The third priority I want to suggest to you in the coming year is to develop our work on the health and well-being agenda. Not just encouraging healthier living among our members, but encouraging healthier workplaces too, where employees have more control over their working lives.
We do have reason, I think, to be confident that union learning is one aspect of the trade union movement that the coalition government can wholeheartedly endorse. And in doing so, we can, I think, be confident that union learning will remain something which is supported by the coalition government.
We really have got a great story to tell, a good news story about unions. So let's get out there and tell it. Tell people about the hundreds of thousands of ordinary workers that we're helping each year. Tell people about how we reach out to workers that nobody else can get close to. And tell people about the lives that have been transformed and the horizons that have been shifted. So in the year ahead, let's shout a little bit louder about our achievements. Let's make our case with confidence and conviction, and let's make sure that people know about what we're doing and that union learning becomes a permanent and irrevocable part of our national life. Thanks for listening, and let's have a great conference today.
Never gonna lie, never gonna fight, never gonna cheat, not even a fly. Never gonna lie, never gonna fight, never gonna...
To start with a little plug for the workshop that I've just been in, which was Love Music and Hate Racism. It was a great history lesson as well as learning some new skills. So those of you who didn't go to that one, you missed out.
It's very heartening when you go to some of the award ceremonies, when you hear stories about people who have not been able to read or write, who for the first time in their life are able to read stories to their children or their grandchildren and are able to access learning where the school system previously failed them. They've now found learning exciting, and that has been a great benefit.
And that's why the work you do is so important. And as chair of Unionlearn, what I want to do is thank you all for it very much. Thank you.